That's lights out right there. One, two, three, four. Listen to me. Are you okay?
They're on their feet, but is this the beginning of the end?
Oh, he's up. I'll be surprised if he makes it back to the corner. And if he does, will he get back up from the stool again? That was a shot.
It's a good start to the round for this guy.
No doubt at all. You can see who's winning. You can see who's got it in hand. You can see who's comfortable. Or it's a bit of a mouse shot.
Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. That big hook doesn't land. Well done with that counter shot. Think of holding on here for a minute. Cannot throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You'll get knocked out. Those counter punches have to hurt. Let's talk about Martinez in that last round.
What you doing?
So, that's a tough one. On to the sixth round. His eyes look pretty clear here, Johnny. How do you think he's going to do after being knocked down in the last round?
Oh, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything, full barrel, because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
I've never seen a fighter so fast in my life. How do you deal with this? You've got to hope they run out of steam.
Tried to score with a jab. Beautiful counter shot. He's putting the pedal to the metal, but has to be careful that he doesn't run out of gas. These two are the perfect dance partners.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
And he scores with the counter. In the build-up to this fight, Johnny, this power puncher told us, listen, I don't care if it's round 1 or round 12, I've got enough power and confidence to end this in one shot.
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
How about that time counter shot? That counter shot lands. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Roy Jones in that last round. How much cardio was put in for this fight? It may come down to that.
You cannot guess that if you prepared right.
And here we go. It's round 7. Let's see how much recovery they saw there in the last minute.
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their conditioning would have been ridiculous, like they're in the army. But these guys, if they can keep up this pace, we are in for a great night.
Nice counter punch right up the middle. One punch could change anything when these two step in the ring. Can't find a home with that jab. Starting to take some deep breaths now, but still fighting hard. Nice counter. shots from both these fighters. Got to be careful, though.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
This fighter has determined that they can walk through any punches that their opponent throws, and that's a very confident spot to be in.
I've seen some fighters with a granite chin. You can hit them with a sledgehammer, they are not going to move. But then I've seen some mad punchers with a chin right to crisp. As soon as you touch them, they're gone. And this is the danger spot.
Nice counter shot. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Talk about Roy Jones in that last round. Stamina is always an issue. And they're back at it again here in round 8. That 1 minute break surely wasn't enough for him to completely recover.
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship.
Whoa, Johnny! Sergio Martinez is dazed. That was the moment.
Being dazed now.
And he's going to take a knee.
Best thing the fighter did, otherwise, you know what? Pride's going to get you knocked out.
6, 7, 8.
Perfect counter shot. And he misses with that straight left. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. They exchange punches. Halfway through the round, and it's pretty much even Steven.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Stamina is off the charts. You're a power puncher. You're not as concerned with how many punches you throw. It's about how many you land and how hard they are.
So one who draws first blood comes. That's what you've got to look at. If you get and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be...
It's a lot of swelling. The referee taking a good look at it. Is he going to stop it?
Are you all right? Are you okay?
Wow, so the referee is not going to stop it, and the fight continues. Despite what the... Talk about Roy Jones in that last round. You've heard the old phrase, and there's the bell for round 9. They let it all hang out in the last round. What do they got left?
What are they doing that now? Are they trying to get an early night? That's a lot of energy burst. They did 6 rounds in one. They're going to be absolutely shattered.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Punch, counter punch. They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Nice counter punch. You can see the heavy breathing, but that's not slowing him down. They exchange punches. There's no way this fighter can go punch for punch. Their resistance to these blows just isn't the same.
Back in the history books, some of the best...
Whoa, Johnny, take a look at this action. Roy Jones Jr. in trouble. It appears that the moment of trouble has passed, at least for now.
Defense is everything because they got shot once, they know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense, work on defense, blocking and stopping and shooting.
Going to punch himself out, though. This fighter expending a lot of energy in this round. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Talk about Roy Jones in that last round. I'm worried about these two fighters gassing out as this fight goes on.
There's a lot on the line here.
Get to appear and he'll start tiring out.
Come on, do you want to win this fight? You've done all that work all the way through.
Hands beautiful. That's it. Start just sticking a few body shots in.
This is the 10th. They really seemed to exhaust themselves last round. Let's see what they have left.
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, prepped right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
A lot of effort being exerted here. Well, Johnny, has anything surprised you here as we enter the final frames of this bout?
The middleweights are the best you can ever come across. Obviously, the glamour weight is the heavyweight, but the middleweight is the size of the average man or woman. When you get in there and you're letting the shots go, you've got power, you've got speed, you've got pace. You can stand, you can dance, you can do everything. We can look back in history. You know the amazing fights at middleweight are ridiculous. That is what writes our history book.
This has been a very competitive round as we reach the midway point.
It's so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Is he going to punch himself out, though? Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Lucky to have avoided that uppercut. Incredible work rate. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Martinez in that last round. Now you start wondering how much work these two fighters did in the gym.
This is when we talk about championship material.
Great work. Stay focused.
And there's the bell for round 11. How much is left in their tank after last round?
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their conditioning would have been ridiculous, like they're in the army. But these guys, if they can keep up this pace, we are in for a great night.
Beautiful counter shot. That counter shot lands. Well, just a couple rounds left, Johnny. What's your assessment so far?
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting everything around that. Work the body, use tactics sometimes to actually outbox a fight and beat them on points.
What heart, what desire, but at what cost? Back and forth they go, neither fighter willing to... The referee taking a look here, and if the fighter can't see, the fighter can't fight.
Taking too much to fight is over.
There's so much abuse, you almost hope the referee stops it here, and he does. The fight is over.
I think the referee forgot until all of a sudden, yeah, you know what, I better do my job here.
Well, Johnny, how do you rate the performance after this stoppage win?
What's next? A TKO makes it so confusing because you think, what would have happened if the fight